Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Rome. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I decided to go ahead and pick up the original Pixel Fold, and I wanted to do a direct comparison with the Huawei Pura X Max because I feel like these are the two that really capture what we're going to be getting later this year from Samsung and from Apple as far as wide folding passport foldables go. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so on the left, this is going to more closely represent, not quite, but more closely represent what we're going to be getting from Samsung. And on the right is going to more closely represent what we're going to be getting from Apple. Until they reveal full specs directly from the companies, I don't like to speak on speculation on my channel too much because, I mean, yeah, this video is kind of built on speculation, but I don't want to get into specs from leaks and things like that, okay? I really want to just kind of stick with what we kind of know what's coming and go from there. Okay, so on the cover display of each of these devices, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to compare social media consumption and video consumption, okay? So let's get into it. Cover display, we're going to go ahead and pop over Instagram. And you can see that I have a reel on both of these devices going right now. All right. But what I'm going to come out of the reel and we're just going to look at a video. I mean, or a post, just a regular post. Let me see if I can refresh these because I want them to show the same thing. Okay, there we go. Well, kind of. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, that works. All right. So you can see over here on the left, you have more vertical content showing on the screen. Whereas over here on the right, not so much, right? I mean, that's fine. This will show you what you'll be looking at from social media and from from both, okay? And that's fine. Let's click into them. You see that? While you do get more vertical space here, it does frame the reel in to where you can see more of the content. So that's fine, perfectly fine. And that's more of a software thing. So take what you will from that, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to transition out of that. You know what? No. Before I go over to video, real quick, we're going to go into Threads and just kind of show you another social media platform. So you see that? More vertical content showing on the left as opposed to the right. Look at that. So you can take with that, whatever you will. But what we're going to do now, and this is the part that surprised me a bit when I was looking at these and showing these side by side. You can see that while you do get more vertical content on here, you can see more comments and things like that. The video is considerably smaller, which I mean, it's fine. That whatever works for you. You see that? All right. Here's what blew my mind. So I put both of these full screen. And while this device is noticeably wider, you would think that you would get more out of that. Look at that. When I put them, look at that. The video is almost exactly the same size. Almost. I mean, like very close. And if I were to put them this way, look at that. The video, you see that? That caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. I was expecting this video to be, larger here. I was fully expecting the black bars on top and bottom of this because this display is noticeably wider. What is going on in this video? I have no idea, but I'm going to watch it later. But yeah, I was fully expecting the black bars here, so I was expecting this to be like a larger video overall, but it's not. It's not noticeably larger. And don't even get me started on the inner displays, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So we're going to start this video. We're going to pause it, start it over. Pause it, start it over. All right, and then we're going to jump over to the inner displays. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not going to be doing a multitasking comparison. Not extreme by any means, okay? So let's open both of these up. There we are. Look at that. This is a good time to be alive, people. Look at this. Look at all this good tech we got. Okay, so we're going to go back into what we were doing before. Same thing, social media. I'm going to rotate this one this way. We're going to come out of those reels. Look at that. Now things change a little bit because you see how that looks? Just a little bit. It changes. You have to scroll quite a bit more. And this is why I said that I was not going to do like a direct compare. Oh, whoa. Let's hold the phone here. This was not letting me rotate earlier. But something suddenly changed. Now I can rotate. Okay, this changes things. So let's see how this looks. Okay, so is this going to be Gears of War down here? E-Day. So you see, now things are different. For some reason, you know, and I'm sure it's based on software or whatever, but for some reason, you have to scroll a little bit more. You don't have as much vertical space here. So let's see if I rotate it, see if that changes some. So now that changes quite a bit. But watch this. Watch this. Look at that. Now that is what I'm talking about. This feels like more of a slab phone social media experience right here. Outside of these icons being out of the way. Look at that. This changes. This phone rotating changes things actually, because I was going to compare it based on this orientation because it wouldn't let me rotate, but now look at that. I can rotate both phones and now we can see what we're looking at. So this one gets you closer to a slab experience, but not quite as close as this one does. This one gets the job done. Look at that. So this is why I gravitate more towards this device, this aspect ratio, this orientation, this whatever. Everything that comes with this device, I gravitate more towards it because I feel like I have to, if I'm going to doom scroll on social media, I feel like I have to commit to it. And, you know, if I want to do something like that on the cover display, it's cool. But for a few moments, I don't get hooked on it on the cover display. And if I, want to do it and, on the inner display, I have to fully commit to it. And this keeps me from doom scrolling for hours on end. And I love that. So that's why I gravitate more this way. So once again, we're going to do the same thing we did here. We're going to go into threads, just like we did on the cover display. Look at that. Even this one rotates now. I don't know what was going on earlier, but these apps were not rotating earlier. And this one so this is more of a Huawei thing than an app thing. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to restart threads. Now that the phone is open, look at that. The plastic surgery where people just mess themselves up. Goodness gracious. But anyway, look at that. Here we are. Look at that. And that's how social media consumption will look on there. Let's rotate again. Since it's letting me do it now. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. And this goes back to feeling like more of a full social media experience here. Like a little mini tablet in your hand. That's crazy. Look at that. Okay. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So here's where things get shaken up a little bit because some stuff happened here that I wasn't expecting. So back to our YouTube. All right. There we go. All right. So back in their original orientations on both devices, we're going to rotate that before we play the video. You see how that looks? And we see how that looks. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Go back into our original orientation and on both. And we're going to play the video full screen. Rotating these phones is going to drive me crazy. Okay. So here we are. So first things first, what I'm going to point out, I have the volume turned down on both. Okay, let's play the video. You're going to notice right away, this video is noticeably wider, taller than what's over here. Okay. And you're going to notice that it's actually noticeably wider in this, in landscape mode as well. In the landscape. Look at that. Noticeably wider. So you're getting more video overall in this aspect ratio, in this device, in this form factor. Look at that. Even if I were to, let's go ahead and rotate this one, it becomes smaller. I mean, that's not even a fair comparison. I guess you could do it here. I don't know why you would do that, but look at that. It is smaller over here in both regards. I don't know why you would do that unless you want to pull up another app or something like that. But this is the way right here. This is the way. This video is just noticeably larger all around on both devices. I mean, on over here on the right, on the Huawei. In both regards, taller and wider. That's crazy. Y'all see that? This is the media consumption device right here. You get a smaller overall device in your pocket. Look at that. Let me close that. And once again, I just like to show you guys, I'm not gentle with my phones. So if you're in the market for a foldable whatsoever, whether it's one of these or a regular book foldable or whatever, I'm not gentle with my devices. I open, close them, slam them, stuff like that all the time. I'm not gentle, so you don't have to worry. But look, overall smaller form factor. Look at that. I want to bring those in. Look at that. That is a picture of beauty right there. Look at all these options we got, people. That's so cool. But yeah, you get this and you just pop it in your pocket, just a smaller device overall, and it's still fully usable across social media, across videos. If you like to take notes and things like that, which I didn't really show in this video, but you can. I've covered it in other videos. Or if you want something a little taller where you don't have to open it all the time to do different things or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Hey, this is there. You can do your social media and blah, blah, blah. Or if you want something that's more like a regular phone, a regular slab phone, you got that option there. I mean, this is this is beautiful. This is beautiful, people. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So as I wrap this video up, if there's anything that you guys want to see specifically about on these devices as a comparison, now what I'm not going to do, I'm just going to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to do a multitasking test to see which is better at multitasking and things like that. Now, if multitasking, you mean like, let's say, for example, you want to see how you can take notes on a social media post with another window, like dual windows. The Pixel is just not there as far as just overall multitasking, floating windows, all that stuff. Just seeing how far you can push it, is the software is just not quite there on this device. But if you want to see side-by-side comparison, how would it look if I were taking notes on a video or on a social media post or things like that? I think I could do that to see how how things will look on each one. I think I can make that work. But I'm going to vet the requests out and just kind of go from there. And then we'll see what future videos look like. But if you guys have hung out with me this long, I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you being here. Feel free to like and subscribe. It all goes a long way to help me continue to bring these devices to you guys. And I will catch you in the next one. All right. Later.